Welcome to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise on MLB the Show 23. Today, the minor league prospects take the spotlight as Hans Krause looks to clinch the division essentially for the 35-15 Rockhounds against the San Antonio Missions, who are 6 games back. First inning with a runner on first, nobody out on a 3-2 pitch, he gets Kervin Pichardo to strike out. Then Alex Dickerson right back to Krause over to first. Gets the second out, but they got a runner on third now for Josh Lester, but this is an easy fly ball over to short. And Kyron Paris makes the catch to end the first. Foster Griffin is on the mound for the Missions, 8-8 with a 3.07 ERA, not too bad. Evan Carter at the plate with 2 away, and he gets the bloop single to put Midland on the board 1-0. Later, they're up 3-0 when Manuel Tavares continues playing really great this season. Gets the hit, gets the ribby, it's 4-0. Evan Carter with a chance to get another RBI. This one out to left field, it will drop. He is just so good with those bloop singles, and another run scores and crosses the plate. Anderson Espinoza has to come into the game for the San Antonio Missions. 4-3 on the season in 100 innings. Here's Oliver Kennedy, though. This one's down the right field line all the way into the corner. And Oliver Kennedy with a sweet, sweet double. It's 6-0 Midland Rockhounds. Drew Reese, the nickname Little Meatball, comes up, and he will strike out, unfortunately, to end the second. We go all the way to the 6th, where Josh Lester just strikes out. Hans Krause still going. Manuel Malanca in the game in the 8th, and that's where it goes a little haywire with Josh Lester hitting an absolute moonball for his 13th home run of the year for the Missions. 430 feet that one traveled, but it's not going to stop Damon Lucero from coming in this game 9-10 on his save opportunities for another chance to grab a save. He gets Joshua Mears swinging, and then it's Justin Lopez, and he goes down swinging as well, as it is a 6-3 win for the Midland Rockhounds, and they just look really good. It is going to be very impossible for somebody to knock them out of the division title, as they have taken 5 out of 6 from the Missions. We go to the Major League Club for just a little bit here in a game at Yankee Stadium, just because it's so historic, and Carlos Rodon is on the mound. We want to see what we can do against him, as Thomas Rodriguez is up with the Big League Club, whacking it over there into left field. That brings home Reed Hoffman, and it's 1-0 Athletics as they're tagging up Carlos Rodon early. Brings up Yasmani Grandal, who puts this perfectly in the left center field gap, goes all the way up to the wall and Karam's off of it. And Yasmani Grandal, the slow Yasmani Grandal, with a rare double. Gavin Williams, the man getting the start for Oakland, which is why we want to check this out. Rodon versus Williams is must-see TV. He is playing very well since coming to the squad, and he gets Aaron Judge on a dribbler here to end the first inning. Wonderful pitching from him. Unfortunately, it's Giancarlo Stanton with a solo shot. There's Jason Givens down to first. Had an opportunity here, but the double play will get through the middle of the 4th. Still 3-1 A's in the top of the 5th, and it's Jose Iglesias down the left field line to bring home another RBI. So at 4-1, it's Givens with another chance, and this time he doesn't get out. He gets that bloop single into center field. Another run coming across the plate, and it is not looking good. Even though Rodon's not in this game, Clark Schmidt is also getting absolutely tagged. Reed Hoffman, another RBI for him, as he continues to be a clutch hitter for us here late in the season. DJ LeMahieu just going to take strike 3 right there. He thought he went around. There's Aaron Judge. He's going to take the inside high heater, and it was just not a good hitting day for the Yankees outside of that Giancarlo Stanton bomb. Gavin Williams goes to 4-1 on his young career. But unfortunate news after the game, as it's Reed Hoffman who will end his season with a fractured hand. It's a real shame that he can't play a full season. The Rockhounds, though, are now 8 games up with only 6 to play, so you know what that means. They have clinched the second half Texas League win. So that's going to cause us to turn our focus now to AAA, where the Las Vegas Aviators were 4 games back of the Sacramento Rivercats, with 6 of their final 12 games coming against those same Rivercats. So we have highlights for you. Game 1 at Iron Horse Stadium. Aviators home for this series. It'll be Dino Valenzuela on the hill going up against Will Bednar, who is 4-2 on his season, but has a 4.10 ERA, and it's not working out for him very well early in the game. A 2-0 lead, and there is another RBI coming home off the bat of Christopher Hornsworth. That'll bring up Dino Valenzuela, just continuing to deal. 8 strikeouts. He gets Guillermo Heredia to hit this one in left field, and that is an out as well. Middle of the 7th we go. Daniel Gonzalez up at the plate, dribbling one down to third. They throw him out, but he'll get an RBI for that. Here's Jarvis King, last year's big hitter for this squad, gets a hit down to first. They're going to throw home, try to get the out at the plate. They can't do it. It's 5-1. So Damon Stahl getting his chance here. It's not a save situation, but he wants to come in, get that practice, gets the strikeout for out number 2. That brings up Guillermo Heredia, and he hits this one right out there to Kenny Stevens in right. Easy play. A 5-1 Aviator win in game number 1 of the series. Dino Valenzuela gets his 10th win of the season. That's big for him. That brings us to the second game of the set. Still at Iron Horse Stadium, Kyle Muller is the one on the hill in this one. 3.19 ERA for him, but he'll face Ross Stripling, who's been incredible for the River Cats. Luis Matos dribbling one down the third baseline. Sherton Apostle gets the out, but has to concede the second run of the game in the top of the second inning. Brett Auerbach goes and strikes out in the middle of the second. He had a solo shot in the first. Here's Will Wilson with a strikeout looking. Will Wilson not looking very good. Elio Ramos goes down swinging. Kyle Muller out here dealing it early. Caden Griner, though, hits a hard hit ball out to left center field, and King has to go all the way back to get it. That is an easy run scored for the River Cats. That makes it 3-zip. Still in the top of the 5th here, Guillermo Heredia hits this one really deep. That one all the way to the warning track, up against the wall. Miguel Blyce will get there. He's not going to be able to relay this home in time. It's a 5-0 ball game. Blake Sable comes up, and Miguel Blyce got to go a long way to get that. No chance he can do it. Stevens backing him up. He's not going to get the throw home in time. And it's just ugly for the Aviators in this one. 6-0. Auerbach does go down swinging, however, and that'll bring up Robert Poisson, who goes down swinging on a pitch from Ben Bowden. Miguel Blyce will hit this one out to right field. That is an easy routine fly ball for out number 2. That brings up Jarvis King, and King to center field with his fly ball, and that will get the job done. The River Cats get the win here, and the series is split at 1. The Aviators are gonna have to pull off all 4 of the remainder games in order to tie at 78 wins apiece. So we'll see if they can do that. Curtis Ellis, 10-8 on his season, under a 3 ERA, nearly a 1 flat whip. He has been really good, but Ryan Murphy's been almost just as good. So this is another really good pitching matchup. Jarvis King comes up in the bottom of the 1st with a runner on first, and he gets this one into the gap. Nice run by the center fielder to get back there, but it's still going to give up a double and a run scored. Christopher Hornsworth up at the dish. This one's out at left field, and this one is looking long, but it's at the warning track. It will bring home a run on the tag up, however, 2-0 Vegas. Daniel Gonzalez at the dish, and he laces this one into right field. That's all the way up against the wall. And we'll see, can the runner score from third? Not the fastest runner, but the relay's not in time, and Daniel Gonzalez picks up an RBI. So a 3-0 game. Sherton Apostle gets the throw on to second. And into the top of the 3rd we go. Vaughn Brown just sits there looking at the slider away from him. Ford Proctor swings through that one. Through the middle of the 3rd we go. And Daniel Gonzalez up at the plate again, and this one's hit really hard and really high and really deep and over the wall. Daniel Gonzalez, Santa Maria, with his 12th home run of the season, 374 feet. Holy Toledo, it is gone. Kenny Stevens with the bases bombed, and Stevens takes this one to center field. It is caught out there in center. We got a double tag up attempt happening. The throw to the plate is not in time, and Stevens gets the RBI. Christopher Hornsworth with a shot into right field. First baseman had no chance there. With the bases loaded, though, in the 7th, Brett Auerbach cannot make contact with the ball. Jacob Webb just getting these strikeouts, getting us through the 7th inning. And that is enough to get it done. The Aviators with a 9-2 win. Curtis Ellis picking up the win. Murphy with the loss. And Jacob Webb with a long save. That brings us into another game of this set. Got to get 3 more wins here. Francisco Morales had just moved up to AAA for a little bit due to injuries, and he was pitching really well at this point. Mason Black doing a nice job himself. And here's Sherton Apostle, and that is an infield fly to end the 1st inning. So no runs across the board in the 1st. Miguel Blyce up at the plate. That's a single. That's going to bring home a runner. They're going to send the runner from 3rd. Not the quickest runner, but he's going to get there. Wow, Jackson Merrill, what a run. What a base path for him. Jarvis King hits this one into center, and another tag-up attempt coming, and the relay not going to even be attempted. 3-zip. Adam Engel comes up, and this one is shallow right field. Stevens with a long run makes the catch, but the throw is not going to be accurate here, and that's a run scored off the tag-up. Sacramento 3-1. There's Cushing continuing to deal in the middle of the 6th here. Cade McClure on the mound for Sacramento. He's dealing as well as Poisson just looking at that thing. And we go to the bottom of the 7th where Christopher Hornsworth trying to put a statement on this game with a bomb hitting the scoreboard. Santa Maria for my man, Christopher Hornsworth. His 9th of the year, 402 feet. And it's 3-0 for Francisco Morales, 6-10 for Mason Black, and a long save for Jack Cushing. So 2 more wins necessary. Gordon Graceffo getting the start here. He's listed as reliever in the game, but he's got such great stamina. We may try to make him a starter, and he's been doing really well with it. Christopher Hornsworth picking up where he left off last game. Look at this, a 3-run bomb. His 10th of the year. Hornsworth just has that absolute power that we have been looking for. Hopefully come up to the majors soon. Miguel Blyce just going to dribble this one, and he's fine with picking up an out there. It's a sacrifice run home. The Aviators get this win too, 5-1. Gordon Graceffo beats down Jordan Yamamoto. So, final game of the set, and this is the one the Aviators really need to tie it up. Dino Valenzuela back on the hill, 2.89 ERA, 120 whip, 10-8, and it's Will Bednar back on the hill for the River Cats. 4-3 with a 4.34. A lot of 4s and 3s there. Brett Auerbach just going to sit there and take the slider. He thought he walked. He did not. Luis Toribio with a big swing through that one. Middle of the 3rd, we go scoreless. So top of the 6th, still scoreless. It's Caden Griner who's going to hit this one in shallow right. And that's the first run coming home. First run off Dino in a while. Here's JT Ginn into pitch, and he gets through the middle of the 6th as he comes in relief after the run scores. Jarvis King, here's a hit out to left field. That's bringing home the tying run of the ball game. It's a 1-1 game. Kenny Stevens with 2 on, and this is what we've been wanting to see from Kenny Stevens, that power that we drafted. Kenny Stevens hits it to straightaway center, his 12th bomb of the year. 405 feet on a 106 exit velocity. That brings up Daniel Gonzalez in the bottom of the 6th with 1 on, and look at this. Daniel Gonzalez takes it off the scoreboard. 14 bombs on the season for Gonzalez, a 411-footer and another 106 exit velo, and that's enough to get the job done. 6-1 Aviators. JT Ginn picks up the dub. He goes to 4-2 on his season. The 5-1 series win over Sacramento gets our Aviators tied for the lead in the division. They must take down the Rainiers of Tacoma to ensure the division title. They lost the first game 11-1, ouch. Win the second 6-0, and the on-fire Fernando Morales will go up against channel member prospect EJ Moeller. This is a huge matchup. EJ Moeller, a 2.03 ERA. You can tell he just moved up to AAA not that long ago. 135 whip. And here in the top of the second, getting Jackson Merrill with runners on. You can see that EJ is getting some run support. Walking Cabrera against JT Ginn is giving some more run support all the way to the corner. It carried all the way over there. That's one run score. They're going to attempt to score a second, but Groshans with a great tag applied. And Groshans at the plate, unfortunately, cannot do the same and make us proud. We're through the middle of the seventh, and EJ's still pitching. Kenny Stevens hitting this one out to left field. That is the final out of the top of the eighth. EJ Moeller comes in to start the ninth, and he gets 2 outs before Daniel Gonzalez takes this one to right field, puts himself on base. It is 7-0. Jax Groshans takes this to center field, puts him on base. 2 on, 2 away in a 7-0 game, and the Rainiers just don't want to give up anything. So Matt Festa's coming into this one with his 2.73 ERA, and he gets Jackson Merrill swinging at a 2-1 pitch, and he is gone. 7-0, dominating Tacoma Rainiers win. EJ Moeller was dominating in this game. He picks up his first AAA win of his career, and the Rainiers led the series at that point 2-1. And that embarrassing loss to EJ and company puts the Aviators a game behind with 3 to play, and unfortunately, they finish 81-69, nice, and do not make the postseason. The Rockhounds, of course, at 46-23, win their division, and they will take on the Sod Poodles. So it's the Midland Rockhounds versus the Amarillo Sod Poodles, but the unfortunate news is that they didn't win the first half this year, so they don't get a bye like they did last year. They will need to win 2 5-game series in order to repeat as Texas League champs. Can they do it? Give me your predictions in the comments section below. We will follow the Rockhounds in their playoff journey, as well as look at Major League stats and awards and see who wins the World Series in our very next episode. I hope you guys are excited. Thank you, channel members, for all of the extra support. And if no one has told you all, FG fam, I love you.